So that's to speak with you, sir. The Nigerian democracy is 21 years very soon. Your reaction on this now?
I don't think Nigerian democracy is just 21 years. Maybe the Fourth Republic, you could say it will be 21 years. I know that between 1960 and 1966, there was democratic government pattern along parliamentarism. But if you are talking about the latest experience in democracy, I would say that going by the period that it has lasted without another military interregnum, it has been an enduring democracy. Be that as it may, there are still some areas that we need to develop our democratic experience. One is in the area of electoral reform. The trend towards electronic voting needs to be seriously been examined. Then secondly, voter education and mobilization need to be strengthened. You discover that there is this evil of vote buying, which is very pervasive. There's a need for all of us in the democratic experiment to look at how do we address the issue of vote buying, because it is antithetical to democratic development. It will mean that even terrorists having resources can come and take over a democratic process. Then, of course, rule of law also need to be strengthened. Then the institution of party politics are devoid of imposition and devoid of manipulation also need to be checked. The essence of democracy is that the will of the people must reflected in governance. And when it's reflected in governance, there will be sense of responsibility on the part of those that are shadow responsibility to govern, to ensure that they deliver on security and welfare of the people.
So how do you assess the legislation and check and balance?
Far and wide, I think the Nigerian legislature has a principal challenge of being the most underdeveloped of the three arms of government, and this is as a result of the various military interregnum. The Nigerian National Assembly is like just cutting its teeth, and I think with proper leadership, as is exemplified by the present National Assembly leadership, will be able to have an enduring experience in the legislative arm. And of course, there's a need for proper enlightenment and public engagement for the public to understand the work of the legislator. Beyond lawmaking, the very important aspects of our work is in oversighting the public agencies of government to ensure that Nigerians have value for money. So there's a lot of room for improvement, but more importantly, there's a need for constructive and dynamic engagement of our people to understand the work of the legislative arm.
Sir, lastly on this, sir, do you really shape the balancing of the APC leader National Assembly does to the tenure of the executive?
I don't understand what is meant that the leadership of the Senate is dancing to the executive. You first realize that the executive and legislators will belong to the same political party. The essence of democracy, particularly party democracy, is to have political party having a program which they seek to implement and then take over to be able to do so. I think that's the elementary meaning of political party. So it is not by accident that Nigerian people in electing President Buhari also elected a majority of the National Assembly to be from the same party. But beyond that, what we have in the 9th Assembly is actually a bipartisan legislation. And that's why you see there is less acrimony and less bickering in the Senate and the House of Rep, because both parties, major party, PDP and APC, we agree that we want to work in a National Assembly that work for Nigeria and Nigerians.
That's a lockdown. So far, so good.
It's still challenging. So it's still challenging because it has affected the economy, it has affected social interaction, and of course, it has a lot of dimension that may negatively affect people and the economy for a very long time. So we hope and pray that the pandemic will subside so that people can possibly return to normal life and then live their social life the way they have been doing in the past.